Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? Hold on one sec. Let's pull this down here so I can possibly see when someone joins the broadcast. All right. How you doing, guys? Jeff Hansen, aka the Silver Fox here, and we're excited today. We're excited about the show, of course. TBYE, the best you ever. This is where we give you tips and strategies on becoming the best you ever, because you know why? We understand the best you ever will create your best life ever. Okay. So, and for those of you that's new, Jeff Hansen, aka the Silver Fox. The green screen behind me is because of the fact that what we do is with the broadcast is we chop it up afterward. We put a green screen. We put another picture up, another background. So that's why we need the green screen in the back. Of course, the live is different. We can't do that at the time that we do the live. So don't let that kind of move you or distract you. Questions from the last broadcast. I was talking about some things like I spoke about the successes that never fails. I spoke about five different secrets for success, and I touched on a couple of things then, and I'm gonna still touch on them today. Okay, one of the main things I'm gonna touch on is this. You have to know what you want. You have to know where you want to go. You have to know what you want to be. You have to know what kind of world. Ask yourself this: what kind of world do you want to develop? What kind of world you want to live in? Because if you don't do those things, then you have no real place to start. Okay, you have no real place to start. You have to start somewhere. When I decided, excuse me, I'm kind of buckling my belt here. But when I decided that I didn't like how I looked, I wanted to be better, I wanted to be bigger, I wanted to carry more muscle, what I had to decide was, how did I want to look? Because let me tell you something. Until you decide that the way you look is not the way you want to look, you will never be able to identify what you want. You will never hit a target you don't set. You will never achieve a goal that you don't set. You have to set a target goal. One of the biggest mistakes as a personal trainer that I see people in the gym do is when I talk to them and I say, well, what are you trying to develop? And they go, what do you mean? Are you trying to get bigger, harder, tone, fat loss, six pack? What are you trying to do? And they're vague about it. They'll say, well, I want my stomach stronger. But that's very, very, very vague. Now, if I put a lot of smoke in front of your target, it's harder for you to see, right? Exactly. So if it's harder for you to see, it's harder for you to hit a bullseye. Exactly. You want clarity. With clarity comes power. And Tony Robbins or Anthony Robbins says that. And it's 100% true. The more clear you are on your goals and your dreams and your aspirations, the easier it is going to be able to hit that target. Okay? I will tell you right up front, what I did was I needed a picture in front of me. I'm an audio visual learner, so I can learn through pictures, I can learn through audio, but when you put them together, it's like it drives like a stake down into my subconscious mind, and it stays with me. So, first of all, what I had to figure out was, now I was 171, so could I wrap my mind around 230? Probably not. I had to set a goal that, first of all, the vision is going to be huge. The vision is 230 pounds ripped, bigger, stronger, harder, faster, all that, like those kind of things. But the goal has to be realistic, has to be measurable. It has to be something that you can wrap your faith around. Because in the beginning, your faith is smaller about it. As you get more and more into it, your faith will grow and you can wrap it around a bigger picture. Now I can wrap my head around 230 because right now I'm 216, 215. But when I was 171, 230 was 60 pounds away. And I was already in my 50s. So it was hard for me to wrap my head around that. So I set more intermediate, smaller goals. So the first secret is what? And this is the foundation of everything, is you got to know. You have to have a goal, a dream, a vision. You have to put it in front of you. You have to keep it in front of you. Why? Because if you don't keep it in front of you, you will forget. Your mind is already programmed for something else. So if you don't keep what your programming is, your new program is your goal, your dream, or your aspiration. If you don't keep that thing in front of you, guess what? You go back to the previous programming. Give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. Okay? So, number one, I hope you're writing this stuff down, guys. Okay? Number one is what? You have to know where you're going. You have to know what your goal is. You have to know what kind of world you want to create. Well, let me put it like this. You have to know what kind of goal or dream, vision that you want, because that is going to help you indicate what kind of world you want to create. Remember the foundational principle that I taught in one of the other episodes is, I believe God creates. Oh my goodness. Give me 1 second, guys. Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, now you are on a live broadcast with me because I have a YouTube talk show. You're on a live broadcast. So you might as well say hi to the audience.
Hi, audience.
Okay, all right. Because you are on a live broadcast right now. Okay. Look, the broadcast will be over in about 45 minutes. Can I call you back?
Sure.
Okay, I'll call you back. Nice to meet you, by the way.
You too.
I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right. How you doing, guys? Yeah, only on the best you ever will that ever happen, okay? But anyway, yes, to indicate what kind of world you want to create, you have to know what kind of things in that world, because that will help form your world. Because right now you have a world. You have created a world already around you. Your environment, the people you know, the people you meet, the job you have, all of those things is your world. Now you say, well, what in the world does that have to do with the secrets of finding out how you developed this physique and you kept it even at 59 years old? I had to create a world to support that physique. I had to create a world that's going to support my new eating habits. I had to create a world that will support what I'm trying to do and maintain. Because if your world doesn't support, even if you check it out, if you achieve the goal and your world don't support, feed, and maintain that goal, guess what happens? You fall off. That's why people yo-yo. Because they focus on getting the goal, but they don't focus on creating the environment in which that new goal will thrive and survive. Okay? So you not only have to set the goal, but as you set the goal, you're going to see that there's going to be things you're going to have in your environment to maintain that goal, such as once you start working out regularly, I will promise you that you're going to have to join some type of gym. I don't care if you start out at home, but as your body grows and you get stronger, you're going to have to find a gym. I can tell you right now, you're going to have to change your environment. Your wardrobe is going to change. You're going to have more shirts like this, spandex, breathable. You're going to see that your cabinets are going to change. We already know that food is going to change, baby. You ain't going to see a whole bunch of potato chips and stuff that does not support that lifestyle. If you're going to get the goal and if you're going to maintain it, okay, these things are going to be starting to rotate and come into your environment. You're going to see certain conversations you cannot be in because those conversations are not going to support the new goal that you set for yourself. So that's how you create that world. Once that world starts to form, you got to feed that world. What do you mean by that? Well, you're going to have to start watching videos. You're going to have to create that world and feed it. It's a life support system to your dreams and your goals and your aspirations. If you don't have these things, know that you're going to yo-yo. You're going to start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. Trust me, it's going to happen. Okay? How did I maintain it? Because I created a life support system. I have a gym right there. So when I can't get to the big gym, I have a smaller gym that I can hit. It won't be as effective, but it helps me maintain. Okay? I have in my cabinets different food that I eat. Now, it ain't all my meals, but it's enough to help me maintain. I have more vitamins than I've ever had in my life in my cabinets. I have supplements that I need, that I eat. I have developed vision boards of bodybuilders. I watch, have subscribed to certain bodybuilding shows and things like that. So I can see it. It keeps crystallizing my goal in my mind. And more importantly, it keeps me uncomfortable with where I am. The opposite of success, and you might want to write this down, the opposite of success is not failure. The opposite of success is comfortability. Let that marinate for a minute. Because I know we all want to be successful so we can get comfortable. But comfortability is the opposite of success. Because when you're in that under that comforter and it's a little chilly in your apartment and it's winter and you're comfy and warm, what is the last thing you want to do? The last thing you want to do is move. But if you now move, now if you're only got a sheet, right, and it's cold in that apartment and you wake up, you be trembling, what do you want to do now? You want to get up and go get that comforter, right? Because uncomfortability inspires and motivates movement. How do you, when you get, like for instance, people ask me, well, how do you stay uncomfortable because you have a pretty good physique? Hold on, I'm sorry. How do you move? How do you stay uncomfortable? You have a pretty good physique and everything like that. I watch bodybuilding shows of guys bigger, stronger, harder than I am, have better abs than I do. See what I'm saying? They work harder in the gym than I do. Those things inspire me, keep me uncomfortable. So when I want to give up on the weight, I think about the guy I watch, and he's pushing beyond incredible, right? So first goal is, but the first secret is what? Find out what you want. You have to target it. You have to keep it clarity. With clarity comes power. The more clear your goal and your dream and your aspirations are, the more power you have to go get that thing. Then that's one. That's secret number one. You got to know where you're going, right? And it has to be clear. With clarity comes power. What's number two? Number two is you have to know, you have to learn by putting that thing in front of you and seeing it every day, that vision, that goal, writing it down and stuff, because that's the first act of creation, is taking it from your mental space and writing it down. What do you have to do? You have to put that thing up around you. You have to keep it in front of you. Why? Because it inspires the world that you got to create around it that will support that dream, that goal, that aspiration, those aspirations. Right now, you have friends, acquaintances, environments, and things like that guess what? Support the life that you have right now. If you want to change that life, you have to change the support system that you have put in place. Because it's constantly going to feed the life you have right now, not feed the life you have in the future. So you have to create a life support system for that dream, that goal, and that aspiration. And then what do you have to do? Let's go on to number three. All right. Number three is you now have to every day, every single day, learn something else. Focus on the goal, the dream, and the aspiration. Every day you got to add something else. Every single day. I don't care if it's another push-up, another sit-up, another squat. You got to add something else. You have to. It's called continuous and progressive. It's going to consistently be continuous and progressive. Watch another video. Learn another principle. Because there's no such thing as stopping. You're either growing or dying. Okay, every year I set a physical goal. Either I want to gain this much weight, I want to lose this much weight, I want my abs to look a certain way, I want to run a marathon, I want to jump 15 rounds of rope, some goal that I want to achieve down the road. So I'm constantly shooting at something, I'm constantly working at something. 3 secrets, right? How do you maintain? I just told you. You have to maintain with a life support system. You have to maintain keeping your goals in front of you. You have to maintain by constantly continuous and progressive. You have to keep evolving, keep getting better, keep growing. These are the things that's going to help you maintain it. People think, oh, if I just go to the gym, that's that's the 3rd and 4th grade. But let's get kindergarten right first. Because if I help you build a foundation correctly, then I'm not going to have to worry about you staying continuous, because your life support system that you created will keep you continuous. Do you know that when you set up vision boards, that's a system of accountability? Because you're gonna get tired waking up looking at them pictures and you ain't doing what's necessary. That's one of the things what vision boards do. It keep you in a state of uncomfortability because they're right in front of you every single day. Okay, so now I want to know how far we in already. We are, man, we're 15 minutes in already. Okay, so let's talk about some questions. One, what kind of vision? How do you establish a vision, a goal, or dream? It just has to be something you want. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. If you're in an environment where you're constantly comfortable, it's gonna be very hard to find a vision, goal, or dream. You're gonna be like, yo, why would I want that? Here's the thing. You want to be around people bigger, better, more successful than you are in whatever area you want to be successful in. That will initiate a desire in you, and it will help you formulate a dream, a goal, and an aspiration. So how do you, if you don't, it's hard for you to focus or get that dream, goal, aspiration, get around people better than you. Try to hang out, take your supervisor to dinner and talk to them about their lifestyle or whatever, you know. Hang out with some fitness trainers, some personal trainers. Hang out with some life coaches. Hang out with millionaires if you can. I mean, you know how I hung out with millionaires? I give you a hint. It's called YouTube. Yep. I would listen to their lifestyles. I would listen to their goals. I would listen to their life stories. I would study these guys. So I could tell you what, you know, E.T., he was homeless at 16. Mom threw him out the house because he wasn't doing the right thing. Took him 12 years to get a 4-year degree. Absolutely. Preacher told him, say, yo, man, you got a voice, man. You got a story. Changed his life. I can tell you about Gail Devers, who developed a sickness in her feet. Now, she was a track star. Developed a sickness in her feet that she told her coach she still want to run in the Olympics and she want to win an Olympic gold medal. And he said, well, let's first get you well now because your feet is really tore up. She almost died because she would take the medication. The medication would make her even sicker. They said, if you go off the medication, though, it's going to really be painful for you. She went off the medication for months. She went through hell, and she used to have to put on 3, 4, 5 pair of socks to run because her feet were so diseased. But she ended up overcoming that, ran and got a gold medal. I'll tell you about Secretariat. Most of you probably don't know. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. The story of Secretariat is amazing. It's a movie. Secretariat, check it out. I can tell you about the miracle when the United States hockey team beat the Russians, the unbeatable Russians. You see what I'm saying? And these things constantly inspire me to be better and stronger, faster, more successful, more studious. Even this talk show, guess what I study? Oprah Winfrey. She talks about how she actually got the part for The Color Purple. She talks about how they took her off her first broadcasting job because they said you'll never make it in TV because you was too fat. Yeah. So whatever area in your life that you want better, you want to be greater, better, more successful, study that area. I had a personal trainer tell me, work, mindset, work ethic, success. That's what helps create success. The marketplace is going to pay you for how skilled you are in what you do. See, there's a difference between skill and talent. Talent is something you're given. Skill is something you develop. You can be talented, but if you don't have skill, you'll never develop that talent will never get to the point where it will benefit you. Okay, so another question. How do you do it after you're older, man? Because it gets harder to do it when you're older. You're absolutely right, it does. If that's what you accept. You know what I accept? That my body and my muscles already have maturity with them. So guess what? I'm going to do a little bit. I don't have to go as long and as hard and all of these kind of guys. And guess what? I can still develop it because my muscles have maturity and things like that. Now, and then I think, oh man, and if I go as hard as them, oh my God, my development and my growth is going to be amazing. I don't keep myself around people that remind me that I'm 29 years older than a 30-year-old or older, and oh man, this happened or that. I don't be around a lot. I try not to be around people like that. I want you to speak to my potentials. I want you to speak to my greatness. I want you to speak to my future successes. I don't want you to speak to my failures, my past, and my past performances. That's the environment again. Building that world, the life support systems of your dreams and your goals. Okay, so guys, this show wasn't really a short one, but not as long, not the 30-minute, 40-minute shows, but that's what it is. And I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, listen, when you start, you have to, and I said this in another show, you have to be willing to be bad at something before you get good at it. I wasn't great at squats. Are you kidding me? Squats hurt. They hurt now, but they hurt it then. Could barely walk home. Could barely drive a car. It's gonna hurt in the beginning. And it hurt the worst. But once you start that ball rolling, man, it's gonna get better and better and better. And then your worst body part will become your best. Right now, I'm working on, I don't know if you can see it, I'm working on my wings and my chest so I can get better, stronger, bigger, faster. I want my abs to be the best they've ever been. Working on them too. So, this is Jeff Hansen, aka the Silver Fox, giving you tips, sharing tips, strategies, and programs that's going to help you become the best you ever. Because if you become the best you ever, you will create your best life ever. And let me drop some things to you. They'll be in the video. They'll definitely be on the bottom of the video. One is that if you want to join our free Facebook group, it is 365 Days of Fitness on Facebook. Okay, the link to directly to the Facebook group is, of course, https://365 Days of Fitness. No, I'm sorry. https://tinyurl.com/365 Days of Fitness. Also, my Facebook group, my YouTube page is, of course, Official Jeff Hansen, no spaces, Official Jeff Hansen. And what you want to do is put the best you ever after, or TBYE, TBYE. And then if you scroll down, you should see me. Or it's going to give you an option. It's going to say, do you want me to look for this, or do you want me to look for this? It's always the bottom one. And it'll come up, Jeff Hansen, aka the Silver Fox. All right? God bless you guys, and I want you to have a wonderful night. And happy holidays to everyone. And I will see those of you on Monday morning, 7 a.m. for another episode of TBYE, the best you ever, where we help you, give you tips, strategies, and programs that will help you become the best you ever, because the best you ever will create your best life ever. Jeff Hansen, Silver Fox, a.k.a. Peace out. Have a good night.